Have you ever judged someone by what they owned instead of who they were? One cold Monday morning, a young single father walked into a $1 million tech company carrying a faded backpack and a scratched, 10-year-old laptop. People laughed before he even sat down. But just minutes later, the room fell silent when the impossible happened. The old laptop everyone mocked accomplished something no one else in the building could do. And it changed more than just one career. It changed one heart forever. Before we begin, welcome to Kindness Matters. If you enjoy emotional stories that remind us how one act of kindness can change a life, please subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us spread more inspiring stories that make the world a little brighter. Ryan Carter was 33 years old and had learned that life rarely gave second chances. After losing his wife 3 years earlier, he was raising his 7-year-old daughter, Lily, by himself. Every morning, he packed her lunch, braided her hair the best he could, dropped her off at school, and then searched for freelance cybersecurity work. Money was always tight. His laptop looked ancient. The corners were chipped, several keys had faded, and a strip of black tape held the screen together. Most people assumed it barely worked. They were wrong. Ryan had upgraded every internal part himself over the years. While the outside looked old, inside it was faster and more secure than many expensive computers. He simply couldn't afford to replace the case. One afternoon, Ryan received an invitation to interview at one of the biggest technology companies in the city. The CEO was 32-year-old Olivia Bennett. Olivia was brilliant, confident, and admired throughout the business world. She had built her company from a small startup into a billion-dollar success before turning 33. But success had quietly changed her. She had begun judging people by appearances without realizing it. When Ryan arrived at the company's glass headquarters, employees wore expensive suits and carried shiny new laptops. Ryan walked in wearing clean but inexpensive clothes with his worn backpack over one shoulder. As he waited in the conference room, Olivia entered with several executives. Her eyes immediately landed on Ryan's old laptop. She smiled, but it wasn't a kind smile. "That laptop belongs in a museum," she joked. Several executives laughed. "I hope our IT department doesn't mistake it for electronic recycling." More laughter filled the room. Ryan smiled politely. "It's old," he admitted, "but it still gets the job done." Olivia shrugged. "We'll see." The interview began. Ryan answered every technical question calmly. Whenever he explained cybersecurity, he spoke with confidence built from years of real-world experience. The executives became impressed. Olivia remained unconvinced. Experience was nice, she thought, but appearances still mattered. Just then, alarms suddenly echoed throughout the building. Large monitors flashed red warning messages. Employees rushed through the hallways. Someone shouted from outside the conference room, "Our network is under attack." The company's systems began shutting down one after another. Customer databases became inaccessible. Email servers stopped responding. Panic spread across every floor. The head of IT rushed inside. "We've been hit by ransomware. We can't isolate it." Olivia's face turned pale. "How long before everything shuts down?" "I don't know." The room became completely silent. Ryan slowly opened his old laptop. "If you don't mind," he said gently, "I think I can help." Several executives exchanged doubtful looks. One whispered, "With that thing?" Ryan ignored the comment. His fingers moved across the keyboard with incredible speed. Lines of code filled the screen. Within seconds, he identified the attack's entry point. "It started through a third-party vendor account," Ryan said calmly. No one noticed because the attacker disguised the traffic. The IT team stared in amazement. Ryan continued typing. He created a temporary network barrier that isolated the infected servers before the ransomware could spread further. Then he traced the attacker's connection and closed every security gap one by one. After less than 10 minutes, the warning screens disappeared. The company's systems slowly returned online. The entire room stood frozen. The IT director looked at his monitor. "It's over," he whispered. "We're secure." Nobody spoke. Finally, Olivia quietly asked, "How did you do that so quickly?" Ryan closed his laptop. "I've spent years protecting small businesses that couldn't afford expensive mistakes." He smiled kindly. "When you don't have many resources, you learn to solve problems instead of replacing them." Those words stayed with Olivia. She suddenly realized Ryan wasn't talking only about computers. He was talking about people. She remembered laughing at him only minutes earlier. She felt ashamed. Instead of making excuses, Olivia stood up. In front of everyone, she said, "I owe you an apology." The room became silent again. "I judged you by your laptop instead of your talent. That wasn't fair, and it certainly wasn't kind." Ryan simply nodded. "We all make quick judgments sometimes." Olivia looked surprised. "You forgive me?" Ryan smiled warmly. "My daughter reminds me every day that kindness matters more than pride." Those simple words touched everyone in the room. Olivia immediately offered Ryan the position of senior cybersecurity director, with an excellent salary, flexible hours, and full health benefits for both him and Lily. Ryan accepted. Months passed. Ryan transformed the company's entire security system. But something even more important changed. Olivia. She started spending time with every department instead of staying inside her executive office. She learned employees' names. She listened to their ideas. She stopped judging people by clothes, cars, or expensive technology. She even introduced a company tradition called Kindness First. Every month, employees shared stories about coworkers who had quietly helped others. Acts of kindness became just as valuable as business achievements. One afternoon, Olivia noticed Ryan still using the same old laptop. She smiled. "Are you ever going to replace it?" Ryan laughed. "Maybe someday." She looked at the worn computer differently now. Instead of seeing something old, she saw years of dedication, sacrifice, late nights, and love for his daughter. It wasn't a symbol of poverty. It was a symbol of perseverance. That Christmas, the company surprised Ryan and Lily with a scholarship fund for Lily's future education. Ryan became emotional. Olivia simply smiled. "You once protected our company," she said. "Now let us help protect your daughter's future." Ryan couldn't find the words. Sometimes kindness isn't about grand speeches. Sometimes it's admitting you're wrong. Sometimes it's giving someone a second chance. And sometimes it's looking beyond appearances to discover the incredible person standing right in front of you. Because the greatest strength isn't found in expensive technology, fancy offices, or impressive titles. It's found in humble hearts that choose kindness over judgment. If this story touched your heart, remember this simple truth. Every person you meet is fighting a battle you cannot see. Before judging someone's appearance, their clothes, or what they own, choose kindness instead. One kind decision can change a life, heal a heart, and inspire others to do the same. And that's how kindness continues to make the world a better place. One person, one moment, and one caring act at a time.